Oops. Hi guys, I hope you're okay. I hope you're having a good weekend or whatever day it is when you see this video. If you're new here, I hope you'll like and subscribe and stick around. This is a little bit of a different video for this channel, but either way, I hope you'll find something that helps you out. Maybe you get some tips for your bowel prep or something. Either way, I hope it's helpful in some way to you. I know when I was preparing for my colonoscopy and stuff, I found it helpful to watch other people's videos about their experiences and stuff. But the one thing I didn't find was somebody like me whose bowel prep and stuff maybe didn't quite go as it should. And obviously I was frightened. I was unsure what to do. So I hope I'll be able to reassure you if you're going through the same thing, that it'll be okay. You can still have your procedure done. You'll be fine, honestly. If you keep putting off your appointment, rearranging your appointment maybe, just go and have it done. Obviously colonoscopies, endoscopies, none of it's pleasant. But if you have the appointment, obviously you need it. So don't put it off, just go and have it done. We need to normalise having colonoscopies and stuff because it can save lives. Obviously if you've got an appointment, you may have something wrong and it's better to find it sooner rather than later. So just go and have it done. I promise you, you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. It's not as bad as people make out sometimes, or as bad as you think it's going to be. I don't know about in any other countries. I can only tell you my personal experience as somebody in the UK. And obviously probably in my area it might be different to somebody else's area in the UK. So I don't know, but I can only tell you my experiences. And obviously I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. You should always listen to your doctors and stuff. You should always take your bowel prep or your medications or whatever the way your doctor tells you to. Obviously don't listen to a random person on the internet. I don't know what I'm talking about compared to doctors and stuff. So please, before you listen to me, listen to your doctors, obviously. I'm sorry if you can hear stuff. The chinchillas are playing and running around and the hamster's out in a ball, so there's just noise and craziness going on. So I can only tell you my personal experience. I have endometriosis, so I find the colonoscopy is worse for me because I have a lot of pain in that area anyway, so them messing about up there is not helpful. I had my colonoscopy and endoscopy yesterday. Obviously it's fine. I'm alive. It's perfectly fine. You don't need to worry, honestly. My bowel prep didn't go to plan. It hasn't gone to plan pretty much every time I've had it. What did I need to say? Sorry, I have some notes because I didn't want to miss anything. I don't know if I'm going to make one or two parts of this video, maybe one more in depth, because I did film a few bits and bobs while I was going through my bowel prep and stuff, so I don't know whether I'm going to include some of that in a different video or something, and I'm not sure yet. Obviously if you're about to have one of these procedures done, you probably know what they are, what they entail. So I'm only going to give you a little kind of quick summary just in case you don't know and you just hear randomly. Either way, hello. Hope you'll stick around. Hope you maybe learn something, find something helpful, because you never know, you may need one of these in the future. An endoscopy. It may also be called a gastroscopy or an upper gastroscopy, or an OGD is a camera down your throat into your stomach. A colonoscopy is obviously up your colon. A colonoscopy is the whole of your large bowel, but you may be having a flexible sigmoidoscopy, which is only half of your large bowel. You may be having the endoscopy and the colonoscopy at the same time, like I did yesterday, and you can be sedated or not sedated. I've had both ways. The sedation didn't work on me. I was awake the whole time. I saw everything, felt everything. I don't know why it didn't work on me. I am some sort of weird medical freak, I think. My bowel prep didn't fully work on me and stuff, so I personally didn't find any benefit to being sedated. It may work well for you, especially if you're very anxious about it. It probably is the right option for you to not be aware too much of what's going on. That might be better for you, but for me it was pointless because I was just awake the whole time anyway. But it meant I could go home sooner because I was awake. I was fine. There was nothing wrong with me. I could go home sooner, so that was good. Obviously, if people are saying to you, oh, I had a camera down my throat, it was the worst thing, I would never have it done again, blah, blah, blah. Don't listen. It's not as bad as some people will make it out to be. Some people obviously will have a worse experience than others. Some people will think it's worse than others. Obviously, it depends on your issues, depends what you've got going on, depends how bad you have anxiety and stuff like that. But I personally have anxiety and PTSD. I don't like anything around my throat, my mouth area. So ramming something down my throat or up the other end is not pleasant. I would really rather it not happen, but obviously it's for a reason. So I just have to suck it up and get on with it. So I don't think it's as bad as you think it's going to be, maybe. Well, I can only speak from my experience. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And obviously it's not pleasant, but it wouldn't stop me from having them done again if I needed them in the future. So it can't be that bad. I will also try and link below some of the videos I found that were helpful while I was doing my bowel prep and stuff, so I hope they'll help you. So far I've had 2 endoscopies, 1 colonoscopy and 2 flexible sigmoidoscopies. I have had the Moviprep or Moviprep solution. I couldn't have my procedures done that time when I had that because I got the first jug down, nothing happened, and then the second jug full, stuff started happening down there, but also I got really sick and I threw it up and I couldn't keep it down, and they couldn't do it because they weren't sure how clean everything was. So if they can't fully see your bowel, they could miss something. So they rearranged it. So this time I had this. I was given Citrafleet instead. I was given a box when I went for the procedures last time, but obviously I couldn't have them done, so they gave me this when I was there, and they gave me one when I had my pre-op. So I ended up with 2 lots, which you probably won't. So I was fortunate to have 2 because it meant I could have another sachet when things weren't moving, which obviously I advise you don't do, and I probably shouldn't have done, but I was at the end of my tether, to be honest. I didn't know what I know now, and that is, if your bowel prep is not fully working, you can go into the hospital 2 hours before your appointment, and they will give you something else there to flush you out. And obviously it's not going to be the best. It's going to be embarrassing even more because you have to do some of your bowel prep at the hospital. But the good thing is you're around nurses, so they can always check what you're passing, even though it's gross and embarrassing and stuff. You know, they see it every day. They don't care. So they can always check and say, yeah, that's clear enough for us to see what we need to see. So there's always that. So none of it's pleasant. All the bowel prep stuff tastes like crap. It all is revolting. But generally, you can stomach it in the most part. I'm going to give you some tips that might make your whole bowel prep and everything easier. Just things that I found that are helpful. Like maybe if you're having the movie prep or movie prep, some people find drinking it cold helps. Also, some people find putting ice in it helps, putting it in the fridge, drinking it through a straw, maybe adding some squash in it. Also taking sips of other drinks in between, like lemonade, 7-Up, Sprite, ginger ale. Taking sips between the movie prep or to take the taste away, because it basically tastes like flavoured seawater, like salty, horrible. It's nasty and you're not going to enjoy it really. None of it's pleasant. It all tastes like crap. Actually, this wasn't as bad as the movie prep, because this, even though it's orange, it was lemon flavoured. It smelled nicer than it tasted. It smelled kind of lemony. It was quite nice for it not to taste like salt water. It was a lot better compared to the movie prep. So maybe drinking it cold will be better for you. One tip I would say was the best thing that I did, which was make sure before your prep day you buy a wide range of clear drinks, because some of it you might find you can't stomach it while you're drinking the movie prep and stuff. I found in the end ginger ale, I couldn't stomach it anymore. So you might find that you can't stomach some of them with the solution that you're drinking. So it's a good idea to have lots to choose from, because obviously you're not able to eat for quite a while before, so having a few things to drink might be better. Also, you're going to be dehydrated and stuff, so making sure if you've got a wide range of drinks, you might be able to drink them a bit easier. So you need to stay hydrated. Yeah, I find having a wide range was a lot better. Also, you might want to set yourself up in the bathroom so you don't have to keep going in between the toilet, because if you're like me, it took me forever for it to start, hours for it to start basically coming on to actually having the second lot of stuff before anything started to actually happen. But once it did, obviously, once your stuff starts working, you gotta go when you gotta go. So you can set up in the bathroom, maybe take your phone, a book or something. Maybe if you live with somebody else, maybe ask them to go out for that day, because obviously it's embarrassing. You don't want somebody to hear that. Also, then you don't have to worry about getting in the bathroom when you gotta get in the bathroom and somebody being in the way or anything. So it might be better asking them to go out while you're doing your bowel prep. I would also take a blanket in with you, or a jumper and some slippers or something, because some of it makes you feel really cold. You kind of get like cold sweats kind of thing. And obviously once you're on the toilet, you can't really be going in and out trying to find something warm to put on. So I would say take a blanket in to start with, and even then you're probably still going to be a bit cold, unfortunately, but you're going to be a bit warmer than without one. I would also say put some cream on. It's going to be TMI and gross. Put some cream on your bum before you even start, or at least once you've been 1 or 2 times, put some on then, because you're going to go a lot, you're going to spend a lot of time wiping, and it's gross, I know, it's TMI, but you're going to be sore. So you're going to be really, really sore if you don't put any cream on. I would say put it on sooner rather than later. And you want better quality toilet paper, the thicker stuff, and the like flushable wipes, more than toilet paper really, because it's going to get really sore. Yeah, sometimes drinking your bowel prep cold and all that with the drinks, that can be helpful. What else? Don't worry at all if you're not fully cleared out before your procedure. I've since found out, go to the hospital 2 hours before and they can give you something else. So please, if it's not going to plan like mine wasn't, I was so anxious. I was at the end of my tether. I was so worried. I was in a bit of a state. If I add in some clips or whatever from that, you'll see I was just at the end of my tether. But don't worry. If you're like me and things aren't going to plan, don't worry, please. It'll all be fine. You can still have it done. You won't have to go through it all over again. The next day after your procedure, or after your procedure, you're probably going to be dehydrated still. So remember to, even though you're probably going to be tired and you're just going to want to rest and go to sleep and stuff, remember to keep drinking lots, especially after and in between sleeping, if you're sleeping a lot, because you've got to kind of flush out any of the crap that's left in your system from the bowel prep, and you're going to be dehydrated from going to the toilet so much. Obviously make sure you've got a phone or a book or an iPad or Kindle, whatever, in the toilet with you, and you can even take it to the hospital. Sometimes they'll let you listen to music with your earphones and stuff in the theatre part. I didn't find I needed any of it, to be honest. I was in and out every time really before I needed any of it. I read a little bit while I was waiting to initially go in to see anybody, and that was it. I didn't need anything else. I didn't have a chance to do anything else. It all goes so quickly. You really don't need to take a great load of crap with you to the hospital. I've seen some videos where people are taking loads of stuff. You don't need it. You don't even need a dressing gown and slippers. Like, they'll tell you to bring that for the day, but you don't need it. I've never worn a dressing gown. I don't even own a dressing gown. And mine are crazy fluffy booties for slippers, so I can't really be going around a hospital in them. I never take any of it. You don't need it, honestly. You just have your hospital gown on, and sometimes they'll give you another one to put around the back of you if they're that bothered, but generally they don't. You're in and out and done, and it's not worth taking all this extra crap, because you've got to carry it around. They've got to put it on your bed. They've got to take it off. They've got to put it next to you and stuff. It's not worth taking all this crap with you. You don't need it. Don't wear nail varnish. Don't wear makeup. I've seen some videos where people are going there in full face makeup and they've got all their nails painted and stuff. They'll only make you take the nail varnish off at least, and it just takes more time. It's more time you have to spend there where you don't want to be there. So don't even bother. Make sure your phone's fully charged, or you've got your phone charger with you, and obviously if somebody's coming to pick you up, if you're being sedated and stuff, make sure you've got a couple of numbers, not just one number, because if you're like me, and yesterday the nurse phoned my father-in-law a couple of times to come and get me, and they couldn't get hold of him. So then they asked me for another number, and if I'd have been like half sedated and kind of out of it, I wouldn't have been able to give him a number. So make sure you've at least got it written down. You can just give them a bit of paper or something, or before you even go, give them a couple of numbers to get hold of that one person, or to get hold of somebody else who can get hold of that person, or to get hold of somebody else even that can come and get you, whatever. Just so it's less time that you've got to hang around the hospital, basically, because if you're anything like me, you just want to be in, done, gone, and go home. And Obviously, the downside is if you've got no family or you've got no friends or you haven't really got somebody you can rely on to come and get you and take you, that's going to be a downside when you've got sedation on the cards maybe and stuff. But you're just going to want to go home and rest either way if you have sedation or not. So you want to spend as less time as you can messing about in the hospital and stuff. And you might also be emotional after that. I saw a video where somebody else was emotional. I was emotional, but I was also due on a period, and they brought on my period by messing. But you may be emotional, so just a heads up. Obviously, don't be embarrassed. It's not pleasant. Obviously, it's gross. You're gonna feel dirty. Maybe you're gonna feel disgusting. You're gonna feel like crap. It's not pleasant. Anything to do with your bum is not fun, is it? You don't want somebody sticking a hose pipe up there. You don't want people gathered round in a scoping suite, all of them looking at you like some weird kind of thing. But it's necessary. Don't be embarrassed. They see hundreds of people every week. You're in, done, gone. Somebody else is in behind you. Probably somebody's just been in before you. They don't care. They see it a million times. They've seen everything. Don't worry about it. Just suck it up. Get it done. It's important. Just have it done. Wait until you finish going to the toilet to have a shower, because if you have to keep going in and out the shower to the toilet and stuff, it's just a nightmare. Just wait until you finish going to the toilet completely and then have a shower. Also, if you're shaving down there, you don't have to even bother. They're not looking at your ass. They're not looking at your cooch. They're not looking, really. They're not there to see if you've shaved your legs. They don't care. They'll give you some weird kind of panties to put on where they stick stuff through the hole in the back. They're not looking at you. It's not necessary. But if you want to do that to feel better about yourself or whatever, I would shave before, like a few days before, because you're going to be sore from all the wiping and going to the toilet, so you don't want that kind of soreness on top of that. So I would say do it sooner rather than later. Also, if you have womb issues like maybe polycystic ovaries or endometriosis like me, then it may be more painful in that area. Also, when they're moving stuff about, it's going to maybe cause you more pain for days after, whereas, you know, the average person maybe will have healed. You'll still be in pain and need to rest longer. It may also bring on your period. It brought on my period. It's also brought on the period from hell for me. It's so painful and a lot of blood. I know it's TMI, but we're talking about bowel stuff, so who cares? So that may happen. Don't take a load of shit with you. Oh, if you're really anxious, you could take a Tangle toy or a stress squeezy thing. They will let you keep that in there, but you generally have a sweet nurse that holds your hand through the whole thing. And when they do the one down your throat, a nurse is at the top of your head, and sometimes they'll even stroke your hair for you. I had a really sweet male nurse the first time I had an endoscopy who was stroking my hair through the whole thing. He was so sweet. I had a lovely lady this time who was holding my hand. They're lovely generally, and they're there to comfort you while you're having it done. They may let you listen to your headphones, but you don't really need it. There's nothing to be frightened of. People make it out worse than it is, honestly. Yeah, don't take a load of crap. It'll just be in your way. I'd wear baggy, loose-fitting clothes or comfy clothes for your prep time, or easy to get on and off. And after your procedure, you might be a bit swollen and sore, so I'd say loose-fitting clothes then too. I think that's all you really need to know. Also, though, if you take lansoprazole or anything for acid reflux like I do, remember to stop taking it 2 weeks before your appointment, unless your doctor tells you not to. And if you take iron tablets, stop taking them at least 4 days before, unless your doctor tells you not to. No red or purple drinks. It can dye your insides a little bit, or they can mistake it for blood or think something's worse than it is, and then you may have to have something else or another one. Don't even bother. Just stick to the really clear ones. You can have orange flavored. You can have lemony things. You can even drink Coke, coffee, tea. Just no milky things. Even if you're vegan like me, don't have soy milk. Don't have hazelnut milk or anything like that. Just have it black. You can drink herbal tea, just so long as it's not red or purple. Yeah, but don't stop taking any medication unless your doctor says to. Always follow your doctor's advice and stuff. Don't be listening to me over doctors. Just do it as your doctor says, and you'll be fine. You'll be in and out before you know it. There's nothing to worry about. Yeah, so that's probably all you need to know. I hope you found some tips or something that help you during yours, and I really, really, really hope that it's been helpful to you, and I hope your procedures go well and your bowel prep goes well. But obviously, even if your bowel prep isn't going the best, mine seemed to take forever and it still didn't do it properly. Don't worry about it. There's ways around it. Just go there really, really early, 2 hours before at least, and they can sort you out. Doesn't mean you have to go through it all again another time. If you're sick with your Movi prep or whatever they give you, if you're sick with it, they can rearrange. They can give you something different to try the next time. It's not all, lost if it's not going fully to plan. Obviously none of it's pleasant. It's embarrassing. It's not great, is it? Nobody wants to be messed with. Nobody wants great cameras shoved up or down or whatever, but it's necessary. Go and have it done. Please don't put it off. I promise you, you can do it. It's fine. You will be fine. I know you can do it. Honestly, do not worry about it. Even if you have anxiety and stuff, there's ways around it. They can do certain things. They usually have music playing in there anyway, so music may help. They can help you in other ways. If you let them know what your issues are, they can help. Obviously, I can only tell you how it is in the UK, and how I found it. Hopefully, it's been of some help to you. I really hope that you found something that helps within all of that waffling that I've just done. So I hope your procedure goes well. I hope your bowel prep goes well. I really hope you'll like and subscribe and share it with somebody else who's maybe going through the same thing. I really hope you'll stick around and become part of our little family. Join us on Facebook and share your pets with us and stuff. I just hope that it's been helpful. That is all I wanted. I just wanted to help you if maybe yours hasn't gone as smoothly as mine didn't. So, yeah, I hope that's been helpful. I'll see you soon. Bye.